In this video, I'm going to show you how you can integrate using trigonometry substitution. So let's say we have the integral of square root of 4 minus x squared over x squared dx. So how do we solve this? We need to set x equals to a sine theta. And of course, we know if we have square root of a squared minus x squared, we have to set x equals to a sine theta. And in this case, our a squared is equals to 4. Then what will be our a? A will be square root of 4, which is equals to 2. So we have to say x is equals to 2 sine theta. So the next thing is to differentiate x with respect to theta. So we say the x is equals to 2 cosine theta the theta. Then I'm going to put this expression into the original equation. So we have the integral of 4 minus x squared. Now x is equal to 2 sine theta. So x squared will be 2 sine theta squared over 2 sine theta squared. Then multiply by the x. But we know that the x is equals to 2 cos theta the theta from here, right? So we need to replace the x with 2 cos theta the theta. So we have the integral of the square root of 4 minus 2 squared is 4. So we have 4. Sine theta squared is sine squared theta. So we have sine squared theta here. And here we have 2 squared is 4. Sine squared theta multiplied by 2 cos theta the theta. So we have the integral of, in the square root, I can factor out 4. Then we have 1 minus sine squared theta over 4 sine squared theta multiplied by 2 cos theta the theta. So here 2 can cancel out through here. We have 2 cancel out here. We have 2 left here. So we have the integral of the square root of 4 here is 2. We have 2. The square root of 1 minus sine squared theta is the same thing as cos squared theta over 2 sine squared theta multiplied by cos theta the theta. Then 2 cancel out 2 here. Then the square of this cancel out the square root. So you are left with the integral cos theta multiplied by cos theta. We have cos squared theta over sine squared theta the theta. So we can integrate this now. So how do we integrate this? Well, for we to integrate this, we need to take the identity of cos squared theta. So cos squared theta is the same thing as 1 minus sine squared theta. over sine squared theta d theta. So we have the integral of 1 over sine squared theta minus sine squared theta over sine squared theta d theta. Recall that 1 over sine squared theta is cosecant squared theta. Alright, cosec squared theta minus 1 d theta. So the integral of cosec squared theta is minus cotangent theta. Then the integral of minus 1 is minus theta plus c. So this is the answer, but not with the appropriate variable. So we need to change theta back to x. So how do we do that? Recall that we said x is equals to 2 sine theta. Then if x is equals to 2 sine theta, then x over 2 will be equals to sine theta. So let's draw our right angle triangle. Let's say this is our angle theta. We have our 90 degrees here. Then, if you see, this way we can use our SOHCAHTOA. So the SO part of this means the sine theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite side is here, so we have x here. The hypotenuse, we have 2 here. So we need to find the unknown, which is the adjacent side. And this is where we can use Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse squared is equals to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. The hypotenuse squared is 2, so we have 2 squared is equals to the opposite squared. We have x squared plus the adjacent squared. Let's say a squared. So we need to find a. So a is equals to the square root of 4 minus x squared, right? So if sine theta is equals to x over 2, what is tan theta? Then we know that tan theta is simply 2 opposite over adjacent. So the opposite side of this triangle is x over the adjacent is what we just found here. So we have the square root of 4 minus x squared. So, and the reason we are finding tan theta is because we have cotangent theta as our answer. Cot theta is simply the reciprocal of tan theta. So we have cot theta is equals to the square root of 4 minus x squared over x. So we found cot theta with a variable that has x. So how about theta? We notice from here that x over 2 is equal to sine theta. So we can just take the inverse. So we can say theta is the same thing as the arcsine of x over 2. So our final answer would be minus square root of 4 minus x squared over x minus sine inverse of x over 2 plus c. So this is our final answer.